We are a room full of Homo sapiens, the wise guys and gals who define their entire species by their brains. Billions of neurons fire in your head right now as you listen, trying to make sense of it all. Pretty amazing for a meat machine. This amazing brain has made us super intelligent, the crowning achievement of evolution on this planet. But then came AI, artificial intelligence, and with it, a big question. Should we be worried? There's some worry, honestly. Forget about robots taking over or some superbrain ruling the world, though. What's concerning is how easily we give away our decision-making power, the very thing that sets us apart as humans. One person actually started working with AI way back in the 90s, a time when it wasn't exactly mainstream, dating themselves here. They've used it for all sorts of things, proving complex math theorems, finding houses without solar panels, a perfect opportunity for a sales pitch, and even creating better customer experiences at their current company. The point is, AI is everywhere these days. You probably use it all the time without even realizing it. Your phone, recognizing faces, objects, or even your voice. Maybe you've even used it to write a poem about the US Constitution in Dr. Seuss's voice. That's a real thing, by the way. In businesses too, AI is a game changer. It helps with complex tasks like optimizing supply chains, analyzing vast amounts of financial data, and even planning for the future with greater accuracy. But before we dive deeper, there's one crucial thing to remember. AI is just a tool. Here's the lowdown on how it works. And don't worry, it's actually pretty simple. Modern AI uses something called deep learning, which is basically like training a brain in software. It builds these neurons out of code and uses tons of data to teach them. Think of it like putting training wheels on an AI bike. You don't tell it exactly what to do, you just feed it a bunch of information, usually historical data, with examples of what a smart answer would look like. And we're not talking a little data here, we're talking massive amounts, sometimes even the entire internet. Once the training is done, we take away the training wheels and see how it performs with new information. That's basically the gist of it. Here's the important part. This machine has no feelings, no conscience, and no hidden agenda. It's just a powerful calculator. This is key to understanding what's about to be said next. AI can be wrong in some pretty weird ways, and it wouldn't even know it. Imagine handing over every decision to a super smart calculator. That's the allure of AI. But there's a catch. AI can lead to unexpected consequences, some we might not even foresee. The problem lies in how AI is trained. It hungrily devours massive amounts of data, but that data can be biased, and that bias can seep into the AI's decisions. For instance, a company used AI to hire new employees, and guess who the AI favored? Men. Turns out, the data used for training reflected past hiring practices that weren't exactly fair. The AI simply mirrored what it had been shown. Here's another example. An AI designed to steer a car became a pro at avoiding white objects. That's what the data showed it. But when it came to people of color, well, it wasn't so good. AI can miss the bigger picture and latch onto tiny details, like the color of a car or the background of a photo. A husky in the snow. The AI might think it's a wolf because that's what its training data dictated. This highlights a key limitation of AI, its dependence on the quality of data it's trained on. Garbage in, garbage out, as the saying goes. The scary part is that sometimes even the creators of AI don't fully understand how it makes decisions. It's like trying to guess someone's thoughts by peering into their brain. Impossible. This lack of transparency is why AI is often called a black box. We feed it data, we get an answer, but the reasoning behind that answer can be shrouded in mystery. And what about accountability? If an AI messes up, who's to blame? That's a question we're still grappling with. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, it's a question that will need a clear answer. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not perfect. We need to be aware of its limitations before we rely on it for every decision. Ethical AI. Not magic, but a powerful tool we need to use wisely. Imagine a self-driving Uber crashes. Who's to blame? The car manufacturer, Uber, or the passenger? These are huge legal questions with no easy answers, highlighting the complexities that arise when AI integrates into our lives. That's where the concept of ethical AI comes in. It's about ensuring AI is used for good, in a way that benefits everyone. The European Union, the United Nations, and even companies are working on guidelines for ethical AI. But the question remains, are people even aware of this ongoing discussion? Think back to climate change. 15 years ago, many knew it was a problem, but struggled to grasp its urgency. Then, a documentary like Al Gore's An Inconvenient Truth served as a wake-up call. This is the kind of aha moment we need for ethical AI. Here's what we should demand for a future with ethical AI. Fair and unbiased training data. AI learns from data, so biased data leads to biased AI. Imagine an AI hiring tool that keeps favoring men because that's what the data showed it. To avoid perpetuating past mistakes, diverse teams should train AI and actively check for bias in the training data. This ensures the AI doesn't simply mirror societal inequalities. Explainable AI. AI is often a black box. We get answers, but not always how it reached them. This can be dangerous. Remember the AI that thought a husky in the snow was a wolf. We need AI to explain its reasoning in a way humans can understand. This transparency allows us to catch its mistakes and ensures the AI is accountable for its decisions. AI as a helper, not a dictator. AI is a powerful tool, but it shouldn't replace human decision-making, especially for big choices. Right now, AI might pick the best sales agent or decide who gets a tax audit. But what about who gets a life-saving organ transplant or the military's response to a crisis? These are choices for humans, people with a conscience who can be held accountable. You can't blame a hammer for hitting your thumb. There's a person who swung it. The future of AI is in our hands. We need to be aware of what's happening and not just let it unfold passively. We need to demand a seat at the table. We need fair training data for AI systems, clear explanations from them, and most importantly, we need to keep crucial decisions in the hands of people we can hold accountable. After all, AI is just a tool and shouldn't have the power to play God. AI should be a force for good, but it's up to us to ensure it's used ethically and responsibly.